All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true five-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. Edge of your seat action as expected so far. Oh, you can hear the thwack from here as he lands another leg kick in DC. Now we're seeing visible damage as that leg starts to redden up.
And now you start to see the damage. And now you start to see the limping of the opponent. Watch as he gets kicked in the leg, he's turning away. He can't even get any pressure on his front leg anymore. He is beat up. That leg has been tenderized by this young man. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Ooh. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
That one appeared to stun him. Oh, he might be out. Oh, straight right.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt. Just missed with the leg kick.
He loaded up on that right hand, too. Big kick.
Oh, hook shot blocked there by the Korean Superboy. Just misses there with the left.
Big head kick lands.
Effective punch there by Choi. Oh, tags him with that money left again. Oh, he got that knee to connect to the body, and if you're the defensive fighter here, you got to make sure you don't eat too many more of those.
You cannot eat too many. You got to get the elbows inside, because otherwise he's going to land one that's going to shut everything down.
Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, just out of range with that right hand. Oh, man, that's hard to watch. Another leg kick lands flush, and if you're the opponent at this point in time, you got to check something. What are you doing? You got to adjust.
You got to be doing something different, because to this point, what you're doing is not working. Get close, fight chest to chest, maybe relax on the outside. Don't panic, don't be jumpy. Try to find comfort in knowing that you've done this. You have the reps, you know how to check kicks. Just take your time, be comfortable, get that leg up. It's only gonna take one great check to make him stop throwing those kicks.
Kick to the body now, that one won't land.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Ooh, what a head kick.
Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades. Oh, vicious kick to the outside of that lead leg. You gotta start checking these, man.
You got to check these kicks, or you're gonna be limping around the octagon very short.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
The Korean Superboy gets stung by that leg kick. Beautiful straight punch there. His boxing fundamentals are just so clean.
Oh, he looks so sharp tonight. Came of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Final seconds here. The horn sounds for the end of round one. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready?
Round two underway.
Nice punch lands.
Countering with the jab here, but he saw it coming a mile away. Nice job there to block it by Choi.
Nice kick.
Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Flush right hand is true. Very nice outside leg kick by him there, DC. We'll see if he follows it up here.
He's really driving his shin into his opponent's thigh, beating his leg up.
Just out of range with that right hand.
Nice.
He blocks the punch.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Beautiful body kick.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Nice punch lands over the top. What a body kick.
Nice 1-2 there. Looking to land the right hand, he misses. Choi's strike attempt there is blocked. Just over 3 minutes to go. Unable to land with that punch.
Beautiful leg kick thrown. Came from inches right there. This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hit to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
And they separate. All right, so he lands another jab now, just snapping that thing off, DC.
I believe that the jab was lost in mixed martial arts initially, but now it has been found, and it's been found by this young man in this octagon tonight.
And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate. Oh, nice jab.
Oh, tags him with the overhand. The Korean Superboy gets touched by that kick there.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Come on, buddy. Keep your hands up. Let's go.
Kick to the body by the Korean Superboy. So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round two.
Straight punch lands.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
How good is that right hand? And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Oh, and he lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of real estate there, but he certainly found it. Big head kick. Oh, straight right. Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with a punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Nice punch there by Choi. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
All right, you ready? You ready? Go, fight.
Big leg kick land. Nice looping punch.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. How about that shin?
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's regroup.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Misses with that punch. Lands with the knee to the body. Now he touches him with the left. Oh, big kick lands flush.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations here.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
Nice hook lands. Choi's got a bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. They continue to exchange. Timely defense there, huge block for him.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Oh, is that a huge kick to the body or what? And that one was heavy.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Be first. Be first.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Went for the inside leg kick. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. The Korean Superboy gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Choi gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Strong defense there to block the shot. Nice instincts.
no give on that leg kick.
Lands flush with that right hand.
Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Punch over the top. Nice leg kick land.
Holy smokes, he put him to sleep.
Oh, huge head kick. Oh! Seconds now remain in the round. Choi gets absolutely melted by that head kick. Final seconds here. Just out of range with that left hook. The Korean Superboy gets caught with that punch. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
You ready? You ready? Let's go, fight.
Oh, a huge block there. Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent. He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landed.
The Korean Superboy gets touched by that kick to the body.
Oh, big punch lands.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Slips to avoid the right. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC. Connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs to throw that right punch straight down the pipe. It's unreal.
So a big knockdown for him in the previous round. Confidence is high and building here in this next round.
Confidence is key, and he has a ton of it right now.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
Oh, such a natural jab, and there it is again as he gets the hand right to the target.
I mean, right to the target, John. It's like the dude sitting there with a red target on his nose, just getting beat up, hitting bullseye after bullseye after bullseye. I love his ability to feint once and then
right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Oh, straight right.
Ooh, big shot lands. That was a thudding leg kick.
Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Wow, what a fight.
Oh, straight right.
I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Well, he continues to... Yeah. Right there. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed.
Trying to hammer that lead leg. Punch coming, it's blocked. And he landed the right hand there. unable to connect with.
Oh, big head kick lands.
While the body was wide open, his opponent took advantage. Kick to the body lands flush. He's gonna have to make some adjustments here moving forward.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Relax, relax. Keep your hands up for me now.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes.
Visibly limping here. Unbelievable. "15 seconds to go."
That one landed clean.
10 seconds remaining here in round 4. On that punch right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
All right, so his legendary chin holds up despite getting knocked down in that previous round. DC, take us through the highlight.
He's as tough as they come. There has not been a guy that can take shots like this. Most times the night would be over. And gladly over after you take a shot like this. But this man's just too tough. Some people say he's too tough for his own good. He would not agree with you. He wants to fight.
Oh! He's hurt. Oh! Back to the feet. Oh, he might be out. Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, big left.
Big kick lands. Oh, big head kick.
Shot to the body, turned back by Choi. Whiffs on that offering. Big overhand right. Punch is blocked. Oh, nice job by him there to slip that offer. Pretty good right hand.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Well, he gets up again here, but he looks hurt. Checks the leg kick. Lands the right hand. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, nice knee to the body, very nice.
He understands that doing the body work will pay dividends the longer the fight goes. Oh, that's a nice strike.
All right, well, time is the enemy now, DC, and he's really running out of it if he's going to get his hand raised tonight.
He's got to go forward. He's got to just...
Oh, man, as effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch lands, and he's got him hurt very bad. He's done it. He's done it.
Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Oh, worked hard to get up again, but he looks like he's compromised. His leg is hurt here, you can see it. Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight.
Hands high, hands high.
Nice straight punch.
Thunderous leg kick grounds his opponent, tried to stay upright. But man, that changed the complexion of this fight.
Johnny's hurt. He's hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
Well, he works hard to get up again here, but he looks hurt. Back and forth we go. Nice 1-2 there.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Wow! Wow! What a performance!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. And there he is.